Writer, actor, poet, presenter, icon. Where would we be without him? Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Stephen Fry moments. Before we begin, if you enjoy this video, please subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at the best roles, performances, and general moments of awesomeness that Stephen Fry has ever given us. Number 10, Scottish Fry.
In Glasgow, perhaps the least healthy food ever sold is the deep-fried pork sausage kebab.
As something of a master when it comes to written and spoken word, is it any wonder that Stephen Fry has an ear for accents? While presenting a segment on QI, Stephen journeys on a tangent through the Highlands, where we hear his take on a variety of Scottish accents. Truth be told, they're not half bad.
There is absolutely nothing I am saying which ought to lead you to believe that I am Scottish.
From the full-on Glaswegian, and the odd but admirable posh Scot, all the way to the good old-fashioned smoked himself half to death drawl, it's hard to not be impressed by such an eclectic vocal range.
I know you, they are that voice, I don't know what goes there.
Really, I've got to say, Stephen, it's been a bewildering array of Scottish.
Number 9, WWW.
I will be inebriated with the exuberance of my own verbosity.
While he's contributed to the best of British comedy, Stephen Fry has gone on the record to say he's in no way a stand-up comedian. That being said, while touring Australia with stories and accounts about his life, he certainly delivered when it came time for quips, quirks, and all manner of punchlines.
If I'm perched on the edge of a punchline, shut the up, all right?
During a discussion about the 3 W's that have shaped his life, Stephen points out how ironic it is that World Wide Web actually has less syllables than the shortened version, WWW.
WWW is 9 arsing syllables.
Number 8, Better Sexy and Racy. Fry's aficionado mindset and signature way with words are what he's most well known for, but as it happens, Stephen was also a damn good-looking chap in his heyday. During an interview with heavyweight presenter Terry Wogan back in the early 90s, Hugh Laurie is asked if his book would have adult tones, to which Fry quickly interjects.
Better sexy and racy than sexist and racist.
Wise words, Stephen, wise words. The amazing chemistry he has with his partner in crime Hugh Laurie is on full display, as the two turn even a 5-minute interview into a moment of magic.
And we often finish our own sentence. I was going to say breakfast. Oh, breakfast. We often finish our own breakfast.
Number 7, How to Take Down a Bully.
Where he said, I can no longer stand by when children are killing themselves because they are bullied.
Given the enormity of his knowledge and skill set in the classics, it's fair to say not many of us will be able to take the facts Stephen parts with and use them in our everyday life outside of a pub quiz, except for this. Whether he's on his Aussie tour or while presenting on QI, Stephen has often let loose this nugget of wisdom for anyone struggling with bullying at school, or in the workplace or elsewhere. It's an idea that's both peaceful and hilarious.
So what you do is you wait for him to come up to you and start reaching. No, don't touch me, you'll give me an erection.
Number 6, Stephen versus Homophobia. It's no secret that Stephen Fry is gay, something he celebrates with pride and encourages others to do the same.
Homosexuality is fantastic, you should try it.
I will arrest you.
Of course, given how prejudice towards the LGBT community can still be fierce even to this day, dealing with homophobes is something that he's well versed in.
You are not using your penis the way you should have used it.
Oh, it's not up to you to tell me how to use my penis. My penis was there to give me pleasure.
In his series Out There, where he explores everything to do with homosexuality, Stephen delivers a powerful piece on how despite all the homophobic rhetoric about the gay agenda, homosexual men aren't interested in making other people gay, but homophobes do everything they can to convert others to their intolerance.
Homosexuals are not interested in making other people homosexual. Homophobics are interested in making other people homophobic.
Number 5, Wilde.
I don't see how you can possibly take it all in, reading at that speed.
Try me.
He may be best known for his TV appearances, but Stephen Fry is no stranger to Hollywood. He managed to stir up all manner of laughs while acting alongside Robert Downey Jr. as Mycroft Holmes in A Game of Shadows, while also making a small but significant role as the Master in the Hobbit films.
I say unto you,
welcome!
However, where he truly shone was as Oscar Wilde in the 1997 biopic, where Stephen played the eponymous Irish novelist to perfection. Not surprising really, given how Wilde is one of his literary heroes. Number 4, Fry speaks on mental illness.
And that's a thing people don't understand about really severe depression. There's a very much an attitude, oh, go and walk it off. Yeah. You know, you just have a good walk, listen to some music, you'll be fine.
While he certainly brings joy to other people's lives, Stephen Fry has had to contend with a lot of obstacles throughout his own. More so than most of us, given how he not only had to deal with the prejudice for being a gay man, but also because he suffers from bipolar disorder.
There's no doubt that I do have extremes of mood that are greater than just about anybody else I know.
However, in spite of living with a mental state that undermines his happiness, he has taken extraordinary strides in speaking out about mental health awareness, changing the conversation on how mental health should be approached, while also giving insight on how one suffering with it should keep taking each day as it comes.
I wouldn't press the button and live a normal life, not for all in China.
Number 3, Stephen Fry in America.
I was so nearly born an American. I came that close.
In what has to be the most impressive documentary he's ever undertaken, Stephen took a trip across the pond in 2008 on a one-of-a-kind journey across the US of A. From the deep south all the way to the Pacific, he explores the country's most famed landmarks, while also meeting up with politicians, professors, musicians, tech giants, and even Morgan Freeman.
Remember, you're talking to a 70-year-old. I mean,
You're the wisest man in the universe, we all know that. Oh. You played God twice, for heaven's sake.
Through his travels, which are seen through the windows of a trusty London cab, Stephen uncovers what makes each state so culturally distinctive, and by proxy gives newcomers a better understanding of America as a whole. Thank you, Stephen Fry, for being the ultimate tourist.
He's not going to jump over the fence, is he?
Number 2, the joys of swearing.
Swearing is a really important part of one's life.
He can recite T.S. Eliot's poetry, fluently quotes Shakespeare, and even give you a dazzling rendition from The Importance of Being Earnest, but don't think Stephen Fry doesn't enjoy a good round of cursing every now and then. Actually, scratch that, Stephen Fry is a curse word connoisseur.
I would rather drink stale urine from Norman Fowler's arse pit than remain one moment more in your defiling company.
In the past, he's expressed that not only is it something to be enjoyed, but it's actually a vital part of language as a whole.
The sort of twee person who thinks swearing is in any way a sign of a lack of education or of a lack of verbal interest is just f***ing lunatic.
Number 1, Melchett.
But when I fell in love, Mom, I didn't know she was a woman. I thought she was a boy.
Of course, that makes it perfectly acceptable.
To this day, Blackadder remains at the pinnacle of British comedy, with Stephen playing a crucial part in its execution thanks to his portrayal of this iconic character. In Blackadder II, he plays Melchett as an intelligent yet conniving lord, always looking to earn favour with the Queen, while in Blackadder Goes Forth, he takes things up a gear by turning Melchett into a First World War colonel with more than a few screws loose.
Also, make a note of the word gobbledygook. I like it. I want to use it more often in conversation. Yes.
His comedic timing is excellent, the banter with Rowan Atkinson's Blackadder never fails to make us laugh, and holy hell does he know how to pull off a fake mustache. Isn't that right, darling? Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK and subscribe for more great content.